There's something I've noticed about long relationships. The couples that last the longest don't look alike at all. One talks more, the other one listens. One wants adventure, the other wants peace. One fills the room with energy, and the other sits in the corner, just watching everything unfold. Somehow it works. My wife and I, we're a lot like that. She likes food so spicy it feels like a survival challenge. And I'm perfectly happy with something plain. She wants to travel, see new places, just keep moving all the time. I could spend the entire weekend at home without feeling like I missed a thing. She's social. She talks easily to people, makes connections naturally. Me, I've always been more of a wallflower, comfortable in the background, observing more than speaking. And for a long time, I thought relationships worked best when two people were similar. But the older I get, the more I think the opposite may actually be true. Because when two people are exactly alike, they often stay inside the same world. Same habits, same perspectives, same emotional rhythms. But opposites, they stretch each other. Not always comfortably, but meaningfully. My wife, she pulls me outward, into conversations I probably wouldn't start, into places I might never go, into experiences I would have convinced myself I didn't really need. And maybe she'd admit, I pull her in the other direction sometimes too, towards stillness, towards quiet, towards slowing down enough to actually sit with life for a moment. And that's the strange beauty of it. We balance each other out without trying to erase each other. I think that's where many people get relationships wrong. Love isn't finding someone who mirrors you perfectly. It's finding someone whose differences teach you something about yourself. And that doesn't mean it's always easy, because differences can create friction too. One person wants noise, the other wants silence. One wants plans, the other wants freedom. One wants people around all the time, and the other counts the minutes until the house is quiet again. And when you're younger, those differences can feel inconvenient. But over time, if there's enough patience, something beautiful starts happening. You stop trying to change each other. You start appreciating what the other person brings into your life. You realize the relationship works not because you're the same, but because together you create something more complete. She brings movement, I bring calm. She brings spontaneity, I bring steadiness. She reminds me there's still a world outside my comfort zone. And maybe I remind her that peace has its value too. That's not incompatibility. That's balance, like yin and yang, light and shadow, movement and stillness, fire and quiet. Different by nature, but somehow stronger together. And maybe that's why opposites often stay together longer than people expect. Because deep down, most humans, don't really need someone who duplicates them. They need someone who fills in emotional spaces they can't reach alone. Someone who gently pulls them towards growth. Not forcefully, not critically, just naturally over years, decades. And maybe the real secret isn't learning how to become the same. Maybe it's learning how to respect the differences without letting them divide you. That takes maturity. That takes humor, patience, compassion. Especially later in life, when both people become even more themselves than before. That's when couples quietly face a choice. Do we resent the differences now? Or do we finally understand that those differences may have been the reason we needed each other all along? Because when I look back honestly, the parts of my wife that challenged me the most are often the same parts that expanded my life the most. And maybe she'd say the same about me. That's a strange thing about love. Sometimes the person least like you becomes the person you cannot imagine life without. And maybe that's because the strongest relationships were never built on sameness. They were built on balance. I probably still avoid the spicy food